your enthusiasm, your passion gets people fired up. So we have so many great tools in Isagenix. I mean, we really do, to help you build your business. And we have isaproduct.com, which is great for really sharing the amazing products with Isagenix. We have Healthy Mind and Body, which is another tool that really helps you refocus and set your goals. If you have not done Healthy Mind and Body, I would just make the commitment and do it. It's really just an accountability program for you. It shows you how to break some habits that you might want to break. It shows you how to build new healthy habits, and it makes you make the commitment, and it makes you take a look at your life. It makes you more grateful. It makes you a better parent. It makes you a better spouse. There's so many things. It makes you a better business person. So that is something that is a gift to you from Isagenix. So I'd highly encourage you to use it and other people to use it. And then the next fundamental key to success is talk to people. I said it before, you have to talk to people. And so what I would share with you is, if you just commit to talk to 2 people a day, 2 people. And what I always did, I put 2 rocks in my pocket on my right side. And after I talked to someone, I moved it to my left side. So I knew that I had talked to someone. I had them there on my dresser in the morning. It was kind of like you put your belt on, you put your rocks in your pocket. And so if you talk to 2 people a day, that's 600 people at the end of the year. The numbers are incredible. So if you failed 90% of the time and you had 10% success, you would enroll 60 new people in the year. Just think about that. 60 new people. And what if you teach your people to do the same thing? What if you taught your people to do the same thing? And if you did that and everybody was talking to 2 people a day and everybody was committed to enrolling 60 people a year, look how big your business would be. So, it's keeping that momentum going. It's keeping that energy going, and talking to new people, because when are people the happiest? People are the happiest when they're talking to new people. I have people text me and they are so fired up when they have a new excited person about Isagenix. So remember, if you want to be excited, if you want to build your business, talk to new people, enroll new members, and people get excited. Now, if you were to step out and say, I'm really going for it, and you talk to 3 people a day, and really think about it, it's not that many. There's people everywhere that want to talk. If you talk to 3 people a day, that's 900 people a year. That's a lot of people. And if you failed 90% of the time, you'd enroll 90 people in a year. And if you taught your 5 key people how to do that, your business would explode, because if you do it and you teach it, your team will do the same. If you don't do it and you don't teach it, your business is going to be flat, dormant, and you're going to be frustrated. And I'll tell you what, people do not like to be frustrated. So talking to people is one of the most important things you do. And then, of course, Isagenix is giving you some of the best tools. And I'm going to come back around the end so I can hear from some of you, but I'm going to move through this pretty quickly because I have quite a bit. But, we have the best tools in Isagenix. We have the best systems. I mean, you all know that. We have isamovie.com. And we have movies for weight loss. We have movies for energy. We have movies for performance, healthy aging, and wealth creation. So what I want you to do tonight when you get home, or tomorrow, is I want you to go to isamovie.com, and I want you to watch all the movies. And they're short. They're only 4 minutes. We've shortened them down because the reason we shortened them down is we found that people only listen for 4 minutes. So they're about 4 minutes. And as you're watching the movies, write down every name that comes to your mind, every single name that comes to your mind when you are watching the movies. And that will help you make your list, help you re-engage your people into that list. And so that's something you want to do every once in a while, because people come to mind, at different times. And then, of course, we have isagenixbusiness.com. And I love this site. And there's so many different aspects on this. And of course, we have the start button. which is right up at the top, the start button. And it tells you how to make your list. It tells you how to contact your people. And what's on there too is something that I believe is one of the secret tools that we have in this company to help you develop leaders. The key in network marketing is to find people that want to be with you, that want to join you. You want to develop leaders. You want to have 5 leaders you're working with. And I use this tool in every single business I had. I created this one for you for Isagenix. It's called the New Associate Checklist. If you haven't read it, please do yourself a favor and pull it up. And after you enroll a new person, there's a sheet on there if they just want to be a customer. It tells you what questions to ask them. And then there's a sheet on there if they want to be a business builder. So you can use whichever one is applicable. And go through that. You don't have to ask all the questions. You can shorten it down. But it's there as a template for you. Because as you enroll new people, you need to find out what they want, what their goals are, what tools they have, what resources they have. And this is the very, very best tool to do that. And it's something that our top leaders are using, the ones that are building the fastest. If you listen to them, they're all using this tool. So download that and use it. And then another important thing on Isagenix business is you need to show your people how to get paid. I'm sure you've already gone over this in your training, but if you want to have high retention in your business, you have to show people how to get their products paid for. And this is also on the New Associate Checklist. And you simply ask people, I feel like it's my responsibility to show you how to get your products paid for. Would that be of value to you? And just let them respond. You're always asking questions and you're letting people respond. And if they say, no, I don't want to learn how to get my products paid for, well, that's okay too. But I would say that 98% of people are going to say, yeah, I'd like to learn how to get my products paid for. And so show them that. And then also we have, understanding the comp plan. So first start with the beginning, you plus 2, them plus 2. The very, very basics, start with that. Then the next step is what you want to do is, there's also another section on there, and I believe it's under training. There's a training section. If you click the training section, there's a button that says compensation plan, and you can click on there, and our presentation is on there on understanding the comp plan. And then there's this shorter one right under it called maximizing the comp plan. And it's a 12-minute webinar that I did that goes through a lot of the bonuses because, we have so many new bonuses. The new 5-cycle bonus is really, really great. The new qualifications for Crystal Manager, we made it easier for people to qualify for Crystal Manager. We made it easier for people to qualify for Director. So make sure you watch that too, because as new people come into your business, it's great to be able to point them to a tool to show them how to understand the comp plan. Because you want people to use the tools. You don't want to become the tool. Let the tools do the talking. Because if you're becoming the tool, it just wears you out. So use the tools. And if you use the tools, your people will use the tools. So there's so many good things right on that Isagenix business. And we also have the 90-day game plan that you can download anytime you want for free. As you see, we put everything up there for free. You can download that and print out a copy as your new people join, and for yourself personally as you re-engage into Isagenix. And then, of course, enrolling new members. The best way to get people started, if they can afford it, is a Presence Pack. And if that's too big, then go with one of the Getting Started packs. They're great. We have them in all the categories now. And so make sure that you know those packs, and you can download. If you go to isagenixbusiness.com, there's a little thing up at the top that you can put in, like you can put in the associate application, Isagenix application, or new member application. You put that in and it should come up. And even on Google, I couldn't believe it. I put new associate checklist on Google and it came up. The new associate checklist we created. I went, oh my gosh, I can't even believe that. So you can just go to Google and put it, and it will come up for you. It's just amazing. I thought about this. I just wanted to share this one thing with you. you know, Google has changed the way we find things. How many people agree? It has changed the way we find things. You know, Apple has changed the way we communicate. I mean, what did we do? When I first started network marketing, we didn't have Google. We didn't have an iPhone. We didn't have any kind of cell phones. We had a fax machine and voicemail box. So, you know, you're very lucky. And my goal today in the future is to make network marketing the way people make a living. Wouldn't that be great if everybody knows Google's way to find things, you know, Apple's the way we communicate, and then network marketing is the way we create a secondary income or full-time income. That's the goal, is sharing that vision with people. It's casting that beautiful vision. So the President's Pack is a great way to enroll people, and then also the Getting Started Packs. And remember those double bonuses, because, you know, you're going to get out of there at the end of today and you're going to be all fired up. Make your list, and what you want to do is you want to next week go out and personally enroll a minimum of 2 people next week so you can get those double bonuses. I mean, they are magnificent. And if you enroll 3, you'll get 3 doubles. So there are so many things that we have in this Isagenix business to help you, modules from trainings that you can listen into. I watch them. I get inspired by our leaders. If you want to get inspired and fired up, watch one of the modules that are in Isagenix business. It will truly do that. But one other thing I want to swing back to is that new associate checklist. The reason you do the new associate checklist is really to set your people up right. It's a roadmap. It's a roadmap to the business. But it's also for you to determine if they're an A player, a B player, or a C player. An A player is someone that will do whatever it takes. Anyone that's really committed, and they said, I want to do this. That's an A player. B player is someone that says, well, this might be really good, and I'll see if it will work for me. But you see the huge possibilities. And then a C player is a customer, and they're all extremely important to you, because some of our best customers become our best business builders. So it's really never prejudging people. It's getting to know them, using that checklist to determine their goals and their needs. So, you know, what I can tell you is it's important for all of you to have a system, and Isagenix has put those systems together. And one thing that I want to share with you is I was building out other businesses. I always created systems for my group. And if I was talking to Cindy and sharing Isagenix with Cindy Jorgensen, I would say to Cindy, we have the best systems and tools in Isagenix. And when you join my team, you'll have all these tools available for you for free. You don't have to do it, reinvent the wheel. All you need to do is to plug into the tools. And you know what? As I would enroll new members into my team, I would follow up with them, and we would say, why did you join? Well, Jim would actually do the new associate checklist. He said, why did you join Kathy's team? And they all said, because she has a system. So remember that. You have the system. You have the tools. You have the Isagenix and follow up. It's really, really easy if you really keep it simple. But the key is to find the right people to join your team. And I have a story for you. My first business, I enrolled 486 people over 5 years. And I had nothing like you have. And that's what it took. That's what it took for me to create 10 diamond legs, 10 individual diamond legs that were doing 100,000 in volume. That's what it took. Out of that many people, I had 10 people that went for it. And that was my numbers. And, you know, sometimes I've been interviewed by a lot of people, and they said, what would be the one thing that you could tell someone, if I only knew this before I started network marketing, it would really help me? And the one thing for me, everybody's got something different, but if I'd only known that you have to talk to a lot of people to be successful, you have to talk to a lot of people to find the leaders. People told me all I had to do was sponsor 5 people that got 5 people that got 5 people. That was a farce. It wasn't true. I had to sponsor 486 people to become successful. And then my second business, I sponsored 198 people. And in 18 months, I was making $1 million income. And I got better at developing people. I got better at identifying people. I got better at using the tools. So practice makes perfect. You know, it really does. Practice, practice, practice. Use the tools. You get more efficient with it. And one thing I also learned that I'd like to share with you is I learned how to talk less. I was the biggest talker that it was pretty sad. I mean, I got a coach once because I was overwhelmed. I was frustrated. I was working so hard. I went, what am I doing wrong? So I hired this gentleman to listen to me. And the first thing he said is, I have never heard someone talk as much as you do. You need to be quicker. You need to get to the point faster, show them the tools, and follow up. And so if that's one thing I could shed on you, is that, you know, we all talk too much. And I used to spend like 45 minutes. And he said, you get it down to 10 minutes. And I got more efficient. And then it just started going. And I wasn't so worn out. And so really, when you're setting yourself up, look at, I can't wait. I'm so excited to talk to you. I've set 15 minutes aside for you. So I want to get right down to it and share the amazing story. And then you set the limits. You set that time. Because people get off on these tangents, and all of a sudden you're learning about everything in their life. But you want to stay focused on the goals. You know, you want to get to know them. You want to build the relationship. You want to do all those things. But you can do it in a shorter amount of time, because your time is everything. We cannot get our time back. And so if I could share that one tip that really helped me was talking less. Another tip that I want to share with you that was life-changing for me was I thought I had to be everything. I thought I had to be everything in this profession. I thought I had to be the recruiter. I had to be the trainer. I had to be the meeting giver. I had to be the coordinator. I had to be the follow-up person. I had to be everything, everything. And I was wrong. I needed to work with my strengths. What do you do the best? I want you to write down right now 3 things that you do really, really great at Isagenix, and that you love to do that produce results for yourself. Write down 3 things right now that produce results for you, for your team, not someone else's team, for your team that is driving your business. Write down 3 things that you love to do that are going to help you build your business. Okay, what I want you to do now is to write down 3 things that you cannot stand to do in the business, that you would love to have someone else do. Anybody else? Anybody write down 3 things. Like, I hated to follow up. Oh, I just hated it. So I got someone else to do it. I had Jim do it because he was so patient, so good at it. So like if you're working with your spouse, you know, find out what their strengths are and then work with your strengths and work with their strengths. Jim was so patient. He was so great at following up. He did the new associate checklist for me, and he would tell people as you go through it, he'd go, if you qualify, you'll be able to talk to Kathy. And then he would bring them in. He'd go, oh my gosh, this one's an A player. This one's for you. And so, but remember, your time is valuable, and you have to have that posture that you're building out $1 million business, and you're taking only a few people with you. It's like, I'm building out $1 million business. I'm taking 5 people with me. Do you want to be one of my 5 key people? And because I only have time to work with committed, focused people. So it's your posture. It's not that you're not loving on them, but you have to tell them. You have to set the territory. You have to set that parameter. So write down the 3 things that you would love someone else to do. And if you can have a family member do it, that's great. This is a family business. If you can have someone from your team do it, you may have someone on your left team or your right team that's really good at follow-up that can help you. You may have your spouse. So you work in the pockets of your time, and you work with those things, because the fortune is in the follow-up. It truly is. You have to follow up and follow through. I know Jimmy Smith contacted George Reese, I think like 20 times, and followed up before he joined. So there's story after story after story. I mean, Jay Bennett, I think about him, he's following up 5-6 years later, and they're coming in because he stayed in contact with, he kept dripping on them. So, you know, the key is you need to enroll new people. You need to show them the tools. You need to follow up and follow through. And then you need to train them. But like this event is helping people get trained. The Isagenix business can train them. Bring them to one of our Isagenix universities. Use the systems to train. And then you have such a great group in Utah. I mean, you can do product training calls once a week. You can do compensation calls once a week. Have different team members do them. You can use webinars with the product training. You can use webinars with the comp plan. And then, you know, you can do, it's called, I used to call it the Why Isagenix Call. I've created a template. It's called Why Isagenix Call. And basically, it's a product and business overview, very short, 15 minutes, straight to the point, that gives people an overview of Isagenix. And I can send it to you, Cindy, so you can have this. And people all over, everywhere, Australia, US, Canada, are using it. And they, like, just take Susan, she does them. Jay does them. And Jay said he started out with the call, and it's every Tuesday night and every Thursday night, instead of going to an opportunity meeting. People don't want to leave their homes. So he's trained his team on Monday all weekend, and on Monday you're showing new people, you know, the Isagenix movie, all the tools, the website, and they're booking them in for a Tuesday night call. And how he books them in, he says, look, I have 2 openings for a special call with a top leader tonight. Can you be on? And you'll be able to hear their passion, their enthusiasm about Isagenix. But these people must have seen a tool, otherwise it won't work, because it's short and it's to the point. So you get them on, you get a really, really strong person that's good at communication with good energy, coming through the phone, sharing the Isagenix story, then get back to the person that put you on the call and get started today. He started with 30 people on the call. He said he has over 250 people on the call on Tuesday and Thursday night. He does them once a week, or one of his team members. You don't have to do them all the time. You get other people to step up to the plate. Susan's doing the same calls. They're doing them in Australia. They're doing them everywhere. So it's utilizing your time that's so important. And so we called that Why Isagenix Call. But I really called it, really what it is, it's a closing call. It's really one big 3-way with 200 people. Because your time's important, and you should get bigger and bigger and bigger, and more people are coming in. It takes time to get this to go, but as more people are coming in, I mean, I couldn't do 53 ways a day. It was exhausting. So that's why I came up with this closing call. We call it Why Isagenix Call. And then everybody could be on, and you could have somebody narrate it, say, listen, I just brought on an amazing leader, and you go for it. If you want to listen to Jay's call, you can go to his website and you can pull up that call. I can get that for you, Cindy, so you can listen to one of his sample calls. It would be really good for you to listen, but it really, really works. And it takes time for it to get going. It's training your team, you know, get people on this call, get people on the call. It will make your life easier. Okay, let's see. So the bottom line is, you've all been there for a few days, and so where are you going to be in the next 90 days? Where are you going to be at Celebration? And do you have your tickets for Celebration? Because you know, they are going to sell out, and you want to make sure you're there. It's going to be a spectacular event. We're in the heavy planning stages of it right now. We have some incredible keynote speakers at this event. So it's something we have Eric Worre that's going to be at the leadership event. He's going to do 6 hours of training. And I've heard this training is magnificent. A lot of the top leaders said they've been through it, and it will teach a new person really how to launch their business. So we have a leadership event that's a 6-hour training with Eric Worre. Then we go right into Celebration. And then, of course, we cap it off with Maroon 5, the biggest after party ever, which is going to be unbelievable. So, make sure to grab your ticket now so you have one of those tickets and build into some of the events and, because you want your team members to be there. You might want to get an extra ticket just because, that ticket will be priceless when we sell out. That. So it's thinking ahead, always planning ahead, setting the intentions for your next 90 days into Isagenix, and where are you going to be? Where are you going to walk across that stage at Celebration? And how many people are you going to bring? I'll tell you, people's biggest regret is not having enough people at Celebration. So I hope I have given you some really, really good tips that might, make a difference in your business. And I would love to hear from a few of you of something that I might have said that you're going to do differently, or a big aha moment that came up here. So, I need to do that. So I would love to throw it to somebody in the audience, and then I'm going to bring Jim on, and he can talk about, I know you wanted to ask him some questions on the comp plan, then Eric's going to be here in a few minutes too. So does anybody have any things that they wrote down that they think that it's going to change their business that I might have said?
Hey, thank you so much, Kathy. One thing on the Celebration, Travis Garza just offered a $20 off per ticket. Needs to be done this weekend. So travis.garza@isagenixcorp.com and just say, okay, I want 5 tickets, and then you'll get $100 off or whatever that looks like for you. And then what was the other? Oh, I want you to give some stats on Celebration. I came in the beginning, as you remember.
Yes.
And you conducted every single session of every single ICU, and we had them every single month.
Oh.
So, with the illness I've been overcoming, I come back and there's no more Kathy Coover every month. So, and there's a lot of old people in here. We've got people that have been here since the beginning. We've got founders. We've got a lot. Talk a little bit. So we're trying to adapt. Some of us old folks are trying to adapt to some of the new things, and we miss you everywhere. We know you can't do that magic trick, but talk a little bit about what. And so we built 6 figures in about 18 months of non-continuous, because I was in and out and all of that. We did it with you, Kathy. Every month we sent people there. So let's talk a little bit about being at any event you can get to. Is it worth the cost? Is it worth getting your team there? And then yada yada.
Yes. Well, you know what? All my training that I created, everyone's using it. Yeah, all the ICUs, it's the training that we started, the basic. We've added some new things because times have changed with Facebook and all the Periscope and all the new things of a way to talk to people. So it's all that training. And I can tell you, the training is much better being done by the leaders. They know how to do it. They're the ones building. And I go to those events and I am in tears watching people doing that training. And it's just great to have that variety. These people are succeeding. The people we put up at our events are moving. They're the growing leaders in Isagenix. I learned from them, so make sure that you find out what events are near you. I know we have a Chicago ICU in May, and Jim and I will be there. There's a New York, if you have people in New York and New Jersey in April. And then, of course, we have our celebration, but the UIAs with David Wood are phenomenal. I mean, I've sat through them, and oh my goodness. I mean, they teach you how to write your story, how to master your story, how to connect with people, but total mastery of these events. And if you can't be at them for some reason, then live stream. We have live streaming. Go to isagenixlive.com, and I'm telling you, you can watch these modules. And, we're going to have more and more live streaming. Don't miss them. Because these leaders are sharing from their hearts how they built this. They're phenomenal. I learned from them. So, it's as we grow and we grow and we grow, the leaders are doing all the trainings, and I would highly encourage you to get to them.
Do you have any stats on events? Like what happens when someone goes to an event? How does the company work up for Celebration?
Oh.
Kind of the impact. I'm an event person, so I try to get every event I can. I try to get my people to every event. We stack up, 8 to 10 people in a bed. Just whatever we can do to get everybody there. I'm kidding, of course, but I really want what we're doing having in Salt Lake now, Kathy, there's a group that's committed to a monthly Super Saturday and a quarterly, like what just happened, like a mini ICU, but we don't call it mini ICU anymore. But we're committed to that quarterly. We're bringing in millionaires. I think Eric committed to come in the fall.
Good.
We're doing that, and so we need to make sure we grow that.
Well, yeah. It's the numbers. I don't have the exact numbers, but I mean, our growth after our big events are huge, and it's the new people. Do you know that 75% of the room are new people that come to our events? So we see tremendous growth. I mean, you see it when you come to our events. It's all new people that are up there. Some of these people I don't even know. That's how fast they've gone up the ranks. So, the people that go to the events are growing the fastest. So that's a clue right there. I mean, take a look at all the people. I mean, at our events, they're spectacular. So events have built this company, and they'll always build this company. So, if you can go, get there. If you can't, live stream into the event.
And we were blessed yesterday to have David Wood speak for about 2 hours, train yesterday. It was wonderful.
Oh, good.
He's got an event that's kind of in September which is Amplified Living, of course, but it is a huge event there where he's going to do a lot of the same thing. It's a training the trainer event. He used to do that with Isagenix Corporate. Can you talk a little bit about what you'll learn at something like that and why that would be a great event to attend?
The train the trainer event? Yeah, well, that's those are spectacular. I mean, I've been to them, and they've really helped me personally grow as a trainer. They teach you how to master the room. They teach you, but we're training every day. Every single day we're training. And so remember that every single day you're training on the phone, you're training in person. So it's not that you're going to be in front of the room. I mean, how you build a business is you train people. 20% of your time is training. So you get more efficient that way. You get more confident. You get more belief. So those are spectacular. Anything that David Wood does, I think, are just, icing on the cake for all of you in your personal development and your growth toward in your Isagenix business.
Right. Okay, now, anybody have any questions? You're going to need to come up and talk here. So we're opening it up right now for some Q&A, Kathy.
Okay.
And, they're going to tell you their name, and they're all from Salt Lake. And then they're going to
Okay.
Sorry, hi, Kathy. This is Wendy Parker. I'm from here in Draper. I just want to thank you so much for everything you share and give. And I guess you asked for some takeaway, and I'm just grateful. It kind of takes the first off of me that I talk too much. So I love the should talk less.
Yes.
And let the others talk. So I love that. Say thanks.
Oh, good. Well, yeah, you still got to love on people, but you don't have to talk quite so much. It really makes a difference.
I don't feel like I have to know it all, right? We have the tools, we can send them there and take stuff.
That's right.
So I love it. Thanks.
Hi, Kathy. Marty Foster.
How are you?
I'm great. I love what you said about scheduling 15-minute appointments. And, I remember students like saying, if you're making $1 million a year, it's time for $500 an hour. So 15 minutes, $125. If you want to monetize it, and if you start thinking in those terms, the question I have about those 15-minute appointments, are you setting up something ahead of time? Are you sending a tool before? I can hear. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to the wrong thing. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to talk.
Well, no, let's say if you met someone in passing and you're saying, look, let's set up a time. I'm available tomorrow night at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. Those are the only openings I have. Make yourself important. So set the appointment and say, look, I'm going to send you a text message before the call to make sure that, that you're available. So send that text message, remind them about the appointment, and then talk to them about Isagenix, show them a tool, and then immediate follow-up. Here comes the guys. Here comes Eric, and here comes Jim. So they're honing in on me. Here you are.
Hey, Utah.
Woo! There they are.
I'm going to turn it over to the champions. We probably need to get your phone because I'm going to have to leave with Peter.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? Can you call back on Jim's phone? Where's your phone?
Right here.
Okay. We're going to
I
have
got
you
mine,
call
too.
back on Jim's phone because the guys are going to take over. Or Eric's. How about Eric's? His number's 480.
Oh, yeah.
You've got it? Okay, you've got it. Okay, you can call back on his phone, and then here they are. I'll let them take over. They're the masters. Thank you, guys. Go knock them dead.
She's gonna call me.
Yeah, she's going to call you.
Are you on it? Sure. Did they get my number though? Hello, Utah.
Here we are.
The mic is right here. Okay, and we've got an objective that we'd like to accomplish with you today. What we'd like to do is, first of all, help people know that they can do it, that it's worth their time, and, some how-tos and some tips. So I'm just going to introduce Eric Coover. When we joined the company 12 years ago, Eric was going to be a pro golfer, and so he spent his time there. He went to a lot of meetings. I remember the first meeting he went to, I was actually in that meeting, and he got introduced. And you did your first celebration. I mean, remember that first celebration? You're a little bit awkward, just a little bit. And then you went to...
A lot. That was a lot awkward.
A lot of awkward, okay. And then you went to Belize or wherever you went with David Wood for an entire week. And you came back transformed. It was so fun to see you develop and take over. And it gives a lot of us a lot of confidence in the future and a lot of confidence right now. And so there's nobody like Eric. And so we're just going to turn it away to Eric and then Jim. Are you guys kind of doing a co-thing together? Is that what we're going to do? Or...
Yeah, that sounds good to us. If you want to just ask us, we're here for you. So whatever you want answered or whatever you think everybody wants and needs, we'll answer.
So our objective with Jim is to talk about the strategy behind the creation of the compensation plan. So someone that I met at an event said something about insurance and you look at premiums. I don't know how much that's true, but kind of, just your brain behind it. Did you model it after other residual types of income? And then why this is the most awesome comp plan in the planet, and why you did a binary and it takes all the way down and just all of that, how you created that. So I think we'll start with Jim first, if you want to, and then we'll have Aaron just all fired up.
Yeah, that's great, Cindy. And first, I want to acknowledge you and the whole team there in Utah for banding together and having an event. Committing yourself over the last few days to really